Welcome again to ProfessU's Education Equals MC Squared, and we're here again to talk to David Banner, one of the most prolific rappers in the game. We know him as an activist, actor, someone who gives back to his community. Myself, Dr. John Hamilton, and Dr. John Spruill.
I'm Dr. John Spruill III. I'm a co-host, and we are happy today to have David Banner here with us to sit and talk with us about education and hip-hop.
That story, what's your story about, how education has influenced you, your thought process, your businesses? And so a lot of times people think they can just jump right in and get it, but it's that hard work, that determination, and I believe it's the discipline within education that gets you to that next step.
One thing that I want to say is that I applaud you guys for doing this. So many times people try to do what they perceive is hot. People who step outside of the box are going to be the ones that are going to be the most successful over the long run, for the long haul. Okay. We've now gotten to the point where most of us will do anything for money. And at some point, it has to be about something bigger than money. If you look at the billionaires, usually their drive was something that was so much greater than money. Whether it was changing the world, influencing their community, whether it was changing how people perceive their race, whatever it may end up being.
When did you decide that you were going to college for undergrad? When did you, make that decision that you knew you were going to pursue an undergraduate degree?
When I was in second grade, I was reading on the junior and college level. When I was in kindergarten, I could count to 1,000,000. I only messed up because I got bored. And growing up, I think I veered away from education because it wasn't the cool thing to do. The thing that I think that we have to do that's of utmost importance is to spread out to our community, not just to our kids, but to the families also. Because what I want people to understand, you can influence a kid, but if they don't have that reinforcement at home, nearly impossible to affect true change, because you have to affect not just the person, but the community.
You went to, am I mistaken, Southern University?
It's no mistake.
No mistake.
Southern University of Baton Rouge.
Okay.
The largest historically black college in the universe.
What did you get your degree in? And did it have an effect on what you're doing now? What was your plan A when you were walking around Southern?
I majored in business, so I know how to run my business.
Okay.
Now, I don't know where I got that idea from, but that was always my idea, was never to work for somebody. If you know what you want, and there's a dying, burning desire, there is no failure.
Okay.
There is no plan B.
What was it that inspired you to go on and continue after undergrad to pursue master's degree?
I was hungry and couldn't find no job, didn't have no plan B, C, D, E, F, G, and the rap game hadn't quite worked out for me yet. And I didn't even know it. I was actually one of the top students. I was the only black male in my cohort. And that's one of the things that I'm proud of. I ended up dropping out. It was a semester and a thesis away from my master's, only because, again, God called me and said, this is somebody else's dream. This is not your dream. It's trying to move.
Now, you talked about support from your mom. You mentioned your grandmother. Did you have any other support from friends or anybody from Southern that, that came along on the way, that's still here with you now?
Now that I'm a man, now that I run my business, my father was probably my greatest supporter. I asked my dad when stuff really started sort of popping for me. I said, Dad, are we friends now because I got money? Or I have money? He looked at me and said, no, I don't need no friends. We're partially cool now. It's because I see that you can navigate yourself through this evil world. He said, once I saw that you were man enough to take care of your mother and your brother if something happened to me, we can kick it now. My job is done.
What type of other, public figures do you admire or inspire you on a regular basis?
I look to the everyday man because that's where the real stories are. But the everyday man, I can see and feel more of their motivation. So it was always my pops, it was always my mom.
A leader is someone that when no one's watching, you still doing the right thing. And so how do we tap into that moral compass? And how would you tell the youth to tap into their moral compass?
The thing that I want to do is I want to show them that, you can do the right thing and still make it.
you know, is there any one particular channel that allows you to really allow yourself to channel everything that is about you through that?
I'm at that crossroads in my life where I'm not sure what makes me the most happy, but I'm humbled by having the opportunity to do whatever I want to do. That's the blessing.
A lot of hip-hop artists are doing these foundations either to give back in some way. Now, do you have a foundation? If so, what do you do?
The name of my foundation is called Heal the Hood. Okay. We've been doing a lot for a very long time. Totally focused on the children. You know, the ones that listen. They are the ones that listen. Kids, regardless of how people think they're so bad, kids just want the truth.
Now you're doing a college tour right now. You're going around, you've been doing it for a while. What's your main message that you're putting into these lectures that you're having at these colleges?
Controlling our own images.
Okay.
Like, dude, if we don't start controlling our images, we're done. But if I could leave people with anything, man, get your soul right. Whatever you believe in, get your soul right. Because money don't make it better.
I want to thank you for giving us the interview, Education Equals MCs too, because you know we want to make sure our youth gets the knowledge about MCs do it too.
What's up, this is David Banner, supporting Education Equals MC2. You know, letting y'all know regardless of what, man, if you don't know, you can't control it. If you don't have education, if you don't know your math, how you gonna count that money once you get it? You know, if you don't know your history and how you know what direction you need to go into in the future. So it's all connected to what you know. David Banner.